When you were putting together the NBA YoungBoy documentary, you were getting death threats over that. From who exactly? From fans or someone affiliated with them? Or hard to say.
I could say all of the above. I received a message from Fredo Bang.
Yeah, stop playing me your hating James hating on me for you niggas, man. I don't pay attention to no.
So, what's really going on right now? The hip-hop world is buzzing heavy after some wild breaking news just dropped. An NBA YoungBoy is reportedly heated about it. A new Trap Laura Ross video just went live. And insiders say YB is not taking this lightly at all. We're hearing talk of defamation claims, serious legal smoke, and even federal-level implications being whispered behind closed doors. This situation is turning ugly fast, and it's already got the streets debating nonstop. Let's get straight into the drama. For anyone who missed it, Trap Laura Ross just released a massive deep dive titled 19 Murders for YoungBoy NBA's top killers, and it hit like a bomb. The video lays out a long list of alleged incidents, tying names, timelines, and locations to YoungBoy and people connected to him. Sources close to YB's circle say he's furious over how reckless and bold the breakdown came off, especially with how detailed it got. When you were putting together the NBA YoungBoy documentary, you were getting death threats over that. From who exactly? From fans, or someone affiliated with him, or hard to say? I could say all the above. Now, here's the twist that has everyone talking. YoungBoy himself has rapped for years using violent imagery and heavy street talk. From referencing 3 bodies back in 2019 to escalating those claims by 2024 in tracks like Tears of War. But according to people around him, there's a big difference between lyrics and someone else packaging allegations with specifics for millions to watch. That line apparently is where things crossed over into dangerous territory. This video doesn't just brush over allegations and keep it moving. It goes all the way in laying out claims with specific addresses, timestamps, and scene-by-scene breakdowns that have people shook. The analysis even draws lines between social media posts and alleged real-world violence. And sources claim this level of detail has NBA YoungBoy's legal team on high alert. Behind the scenes, there's talk that this kind of presentation looks less like commentary and more like a step-by-step roadmap prosecutors dream about. Now, let's rewind to where the story allegedly starts, because Trap Laura Ross really leans into the origins of it all. The breakdown traces everything back to 2017 and the G Money situation involving Garrett Burton, a TBG rapper who was publicly beefing with YoungBoy at the time. According to the video, G Money was killed outside a studio on Dallas Drive after making disrespectful comments about YoungBoy's family, including his mother and sister, which escalated tensions fast. What's really got YoungBoy heated is how the video frames these claims as straight facts, not just street talk or online rumors. It points out that NBA Lil Pap was charged and later took a plea deal, while also mentioning that G Money's own mother reportedly questioned whether Pap was truly responsible. The video then floats allegations involving other NBA affiliates like Ben 10, Baby Joe, or Herm, which insiders say cross a serious line. And then there's a so-called bloody pillow story that has everyone talking. The video repeats a rumor claiming the attackers told G Money to go to sleep, turning it into dark Baton Rouge folklore. Sources close to YB say this part really set him off, especially since others argue it may have been misunderstood medical equipment, not some chilling message. Sources say YB feels like this whole breakdown paints him in a circle like straight-up movie villains, not real people. According to insiders, what really set him off is how the video claims his first incident became the blueprint for everything that allegedly followed. The narrative pushes the idea of quick moves, no witnesses, and instant online taunting, all tied together like some scripted crime saga. The timeline then claims the same pattern repeated again and again, stacking up to 18 more alleged incidents, which YB's camp says is reckless and dangerous storytelling. The breakdown doesn't stop there, either. It goes on to say, the TBG conflict exploded way past the G Money situation, dragging more names and events into the spotlight. Big Dump's death on Nan Drive is framed as retaliation, followed by Boulevard Quick being killed at the Lakeside Villa Apartments. What really raised eyebrows is how the video points to WB's lyrics and suggests he predicted Quick's death in his music. which sources say is being taken way out of context. Things get even messier when the content connects YB's My Mama Say to Quick's death. The video highlights an Instagram live from the next day where YB was rapping about people threatening him but ending up gone themselves. That moment is framed as a confession, and insiders say that Angle has legal teams extremely uneasy. Then there's the Dutch situation, which has YB's side especially stressed. The breakdown claims Dutch was killed at a gas station as retaliation for the Miami Trump Hotel shooting, while pointing to NBA affiliates posting lyrics and photos tied to the same location. YB's camp reportedly believes this kind of editing blurs art coincidence and allegation into one dangerous narrative. This extreme level of documentation is exactly what reportedly caught federal attention. And that's where things get heavy for YoungBoy. Legal analysts are saying this video could be a potential gold mine for prosecutors because of how tightly it lines everything up. We're talking long timelines, alleged motives, and side-by-side comparisons between lyrics and real-world incidents, all packaged in a way that looks way too clean. Sources say this kind of presentation is what makes lawyers nervous because it turns online content into something that feels dangerously official. For years, the feds have allegedly been looking into a possible RICO case tied to the for KT Circle, and insiders say this breakdown practically hands them a roadmap. The RICO statute focuses on proving an ongoing criminal enterprise, and the video claims to show exactly that. Years of alleged activity, repeated incidents, money trails, and a structure with YB painted as the central figure. Even if disputed, that kind of framing is exactly what prosecutors like to argue. What makes it worse is how the content pushes a storyline of evolution. It claims things started with personal beefs like the G Money situation, then allegedly expanded into territory issues, rivalry control, and reputation maintenance. That shift is framed as growth into something more organized, which legal experts say is a key angle in federal cases. The breakdown also leans hard into money connections, and that's where alarms really go off. It suggests YB's music success was allegedly tied into street activity, mentioning tour checks, label money, and streaming revenue in the same breath as criminal claims. That mix of legit business and alleged wrongdoing is exactly what RICO laws were built to target. And sources say that's why YB's camp is taking the situation dead serious right now. What really has YB's team in scramble mode is how the video zooms in on specific incidents with laser focus and nonstop detail. Take the Miami Trump Hotel shooting where Mohammed Girardi was killed, for example. The breakdown claims YoungBoy's location data was visible online, basically putting his movements out there in real time, which the video frames as a major tactical mistake. Then it jumps straight to the alleged retaliation with Dutch being killed at a gas station, while NBA affiliates like Herm are shown rapping lines about, smoking a big Dutch tied images from that same location. That kind of editing is exactly what his lawyers pacing the floor. The content also pushes hard on money angles, and that's another major problem. The video alleges rap income was used to finance street activity, bringing up claims like Big Dump supposedly placing a $100,000 bounty on G Money, and Ben 10 allegedly moving money around for revenge-driven violence. One moment that really stands out is in my Bobo track with Herm, where lyrics are framed as YoungBoy bragging about multiple bodies and watching people get walked down. Sources say this lyrical framing is being treated like evidence instead of entertainment. And it doesn't stop with older cases either. The breakdown pulls in more recent incidents, including the double homicide involving True Blee and Cliff at the Mall of Louisiana. The video points out how 4KT members allegedly began trolling online almost immediately, with Ben 10 posting himself at the same mall, making comments that were interpreted as disrespectful. That timing is being highlighted as suspicious and damaging. But here's where things cross into truly sensitive territory and why WB's camp is furious. The video discusses the tragic double murder of Michael Riley and his 5-year-old nephew, a case involving an innocent child who should never have been part of any conflict. The analysis references lyrics from this is from my supporters, suggesting indirect acknowledgement, while also speculating about retaliation motives tied to others, not proven facts. Sources close to YoungBoy say this connection is what really pushed him over the edge, because having his name even loosely tied to harm involving a child is something he strongly rejects. His camp believes the video treats a heartbreaking tragedy like just another data point, and they say that crosses a serious moral and legal line. The analysis claims this incident stood apart from the others in a serious way. According to the breakdown, most past conflicts were framed as targeting specific rivals who were already locked into open beefs. But in this situation, an innocent child was harmed, and the video suggests that moment hit different for YB. The content implies this was a turning point where the consequences suddenly felt heavier and more real than ever before, even for someone used to chaos. The video then dives deep into the so-called Vultures versus Bleeders conflict and explains how 4KT allegedly got pulled into that mess. This is where everything starts overlapping with shifting alliances, escalating tensions, and violence spilling across multiple groups. The analysis claims YB's circle became involved through ties to the Vultures and long-running issues with Bleeder-linked crews, making the whole situation way more tangled and volatile. The true Bleeder and Cliff killings are presented as the peak of that war. The breakdown frames it as a coordinated hit at the Mall of Louisiana, involving multiple shooters and planned exits. What really makes this angle damaging, according to the video, is a claim that some 4KT affiliates immediately took to social media afterward, posting in ways that looked celebratory and self-incriminating. The fallout didn't stop in the streets either. The analysis claims the violence started bleeding into the business side, pulling in managers, promoters, and associates. It even mentions figures like Harley Quinn, allegedly targeted due to industry connections, showing how no one felt off limits anymore. From a business standpoint, this is a nightmare scenario. Labels, sponsors, and booking agents want zero ties to nonstop controversy, and the breakdown paints YB as surrounded by unresolved chaos. Sources say that kind of narrative doesn't just hurt reputations. It freezes deals and shuts doors fast. Sources say YB's camp is stressing hard over how this could derail his recent run. He just wrapped a huge tour. His streaming numbers are booming, and until now, he's managed to stay clear of fresh legal drama. But this video threatens to drag all that federal attention right back to his front door. And that's the last thing his team wants right now. Here's the ironic twist that has everyone talking. YB's lawyers are reportedly exploring defamation options against Trap Laura Ross, even though YoungBoy has spent years talking reckless in his own music. Legal experts say this puts YB in a tight corner because claiming defamation gets tricky when the same themes show up in your lyrics over and over. Still, his camp argues there's a major difference between rap being artistic expression and someone packaging allegations as documented facts in a long-form breakdown. According to insiders, WB's team believes the video crosses a line by presenting speculation and street talk as confirmed information. They're worried this framing damages his image and could seriously complicate any future legal situations. But here's where the strategy starts looking shaky. YB's lyrics aren't vague or abstract. They're specific, detailed, and packed with numbers, timelines, and names that feel way too real to brush off easily. That's what makes this situation even heavier. The feds have reportedly been watching YoungBoy for years. And while his past presidential pardon covered gun-related and prescription issues, that protection doesn't stretch to murder allegations. This is a whole different arena with way higher stakes. The breakdown, whether intentional or not, lays everything out in a way prosecutors love. You've got timelines, alleged motives, lyric references, social media breadcrumbs, and money angles all tied together. That's exactly the kind of structure RICO laws were built for. And sources say that's why YB's camp knows. This situation isn't just messy, it's dangerous. Federal insiders are reportedly already digging into the video and lining it up against what they already have on YB in the 4KT circle. The level of detail is what makes this so serious because it could help investigators connect dots they couldn't fully lock in before. We're talking about timelines, alleged movements, possible witnesses, and patterns that suddenly look clearer when everything is stacked side by side like this. What's really wild is the irony behind it all. YoungBoy built his entire image on being the raw, unfiltered voice of Baton Rouge, the rapper who really lived what he talked about. Fans rock with him because they believe his stories are real, not industry-made fairy tales. But now that someone outside his circle has documented those same claims in detail, it's suddenly a major problem. The breakdown also points out how YB's music turned into a kind of scoreboard with other rappers, especially comparisons to King Von. When Von was claiming 7, YB matched it, and then the numbers kept climbing until they hit 19. In songs, that talk feels distant like performance and bravado, but seeing it laid out with dates, names, and context makes it feel way more real and way more dangerous. That's the trap YB is stuck in right now. His authenticity is what made him untouchable in the rap game. But that same authenticity is now causing serious legal stress. He can't fully deny the claims without damaging his street image, and he can't lean into them without risking massive consequences. That contradiction is exactly why this moment feels so tense, and why everyone's watching what move comes next. YoungBoy is reportedly furious right now, and the pressure is coming from every angle. His legal team is said to be scrambling behind the scenes, while federal eyes are allegedly glued to this breakdown, watching every frame. We're talking possible defamation claims, renewed investigations, and a wave of legal smoke that could crash straight into YB's comeback run. The irony is wild because his entire rise was built on being seen as the realest voice out of Baton Rouge. That's where this whole situation gets dangerous. YB made his name off raw street credibility, bold lyrics, and fearless talk that fans believe was authentic. But when someone else lays those same claims out as documented allegations, suddenly the tone changes fast. This moment exposes a thin line between image and liability in today's rap game, where lyrics don't just entertain, they follow you forever. If this situation turns into real legal consequences, it could shift how law enforcement treats music, social media, and online breakdowns moving forward. This isn't just about one rapper anymore. It's about how far art can go before it becomes a problem. Some see defamation, others see consequences catching up, and that debate is splitting the culture right down the middle. Now it's on you. What's your take on all this? Do you think YB has a real case here, or is this just his own words coming back around at the worst time? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let your voice be heard. And if you rock with real stories and unfiltered breakdowns, make sure you subscribe to Rap Uncovered and turn those notifications all the way on. The streets never sleep. And trust us, we're just getting started. We drop heat every single day. And tomorrow's upload is about to go even crazier, even deeper. And you do not want to miss it. Smash that like button. Share this with all your homeboys and stay locked in. We'll catch you in the next one right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the streets lies.